To make macaroons, start by separating the whites of 3 eggs. You will need to measure out 224 grams of powdered sugar, 128 grams of almond flour, 90 grams of egg whites, and 32 grams of granulated sugar. Into a food processor, mix the almond flour and powdered sugar on medium speed. You will know it's done mixing when a fine uniform powder is formed. Now it's time to make our meringue. Add the egg whites to a stand mixer and beat on medium-high for about 1 minute until they start to foam. This is when you will add the granulated sugar. Beating egg whites denatures the original protein structure in the eggs, while whipping in air bubbles that will be trapped inside a newly formed protein network. The purpose of the sugar is to stabilize the meringue. If you add the sugar in too early, the crystals will interfere with the protein's ability to form a structure around the air bubbles. But if you add the sugar in too late, it won't fully dissolve and therefore cannot stabilize your meringue. You'll know your meringue is complete when it develops stiff peaks as shown here. To add flavor and color to your macarons, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 to 3 drops of pink food coloring to the meringue. Fold carefully and avoid whipping air out of your meringue. Now you will fold in the almond flour powdered sugar mixture 1/3 at a time. You will know to stop folding when you can successfully form a figure 8 out of the batter. Place your cookie batter into a piping bag and pipe out even circles onto parchment paper. I draw circles on the back of my paper in order to ensure even cookies. Once your cookies are piped out, it's important to tap the cookie sheet on the counter a few times to release any large air bubbles that may crack the shell during cooking. Leave the macarons out on the counter for 30 minutes to an hour before baking to allow a hard shell to form on top. Make sure to wash your stand mixer thoroughly with soap and water, as raw egg whites may contain salmonella that can contaminate future uses. The macarons will be ready for a 300-degree preheated oven when the shell is completely dry and you can run your finger over the top without any mess. Bake them for 17 minutes. The air whipped into the meringue acts as a leavener in your cookies, allowing them to rise, while the hard shell on top prevents them from cracking. When it's time to take your macarons out of the oven, let them cool completely. Once they're cooled, pipe a dollop of buttercream onto 1 cookie and sandwich them together. Repeat for the remaining cookies. And that is the science of egg whites. Enjoy!